It is live.
I am live.
We're not live.
I'm
No,
dead.
you're live. You just don't know it.
We're taped. We were taped in Burbank, California in 1985.
Let's look at the trivia real quick
For Judd Nelson?
for the episode.
Oh.
Yeah.
All
right.
I want to look at the other girl.
Let's play the theme song. Let's start our show.
The following program contains scenes of violence, nudity, and mature subject matter. Parental discretion is advised.
LIW from the crypt review.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to LIW Test and the Crypt Review, episode 15. I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Jansen Carlin.
I'm Adam Wilcox.
Dick it here.
You do it like you're a superhero announcing your arrival every time.
Take it to the rescue.
Like he's announcing the prizes on The Price is Right.
Yeah. It's what's his name on SNL? Dick
Yeah.
Cricket, the musical guest.
Amy Poehler.
Musical guest, Meatloaf.
Robert Smigel cartoon.
Foo Fighters.
We watch 406. What's cooking?
Well, okay. It has an 8.4 rating on IMDb.
One of the trivia things on IMDb is the highest rated episode of the series on IMDb.
Is it really?
That's what it says.
Oh my God.
Don't bullshit me. Don't bullshit me.
So if that's
Wow.
true, every single episode from here on out is downhill.
Oof.
No.
Yellow was way
Oh.
better than this.
Oh, yellow. Yellow doesn't belong on Tales from the Crypt.
No.
Yellow was like as an artsy kind of short. It's like really well done.
Yeah.
It was a movie. It was meant to be
Yeah.
a movie, and it was turned into
Yeah.
a TV show.
That was
A good movie.
And I'm also reading that it's not the first time that Meatloaf's character has been eaten. It happened before on the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That is true.
But he won't do that.
Where do we start? I guess we'll start with the setup of our main characters, which are Christopher Reeve plays Fred. His wife is
Well,
Beth
plays
Armstrong,
is a
Irma.
stretch.
Christopher Reeve is on screen while a camera's pointed at him while he says dialogue in his walkthrough, and they just
Yeah.
recorded it and never rehearsed.
Oh.
Shot. And then Judd Nelson plays Gaston,
And Bess Armstrong's Irma.
and she's great. She's fantastic. Everyone in this episode is fantastic.
I'm looking her up right now. She has a lot of credits.
Art LaFleur plays Phil, the cop. The cop with a navy cop uniform with like black right here and black on the shoulders and nothing on them.
Please refer to him as John Barenthal the First.
Jansen's fairly sure he's John Barenthal's dad.
Yeah.
And I won't
Barenthal.
disagree because he has the exact same weird face.
Yep.
Where do you guys want to start with this one?
I don't know. Can we just cancel it?
You know what?
My soul hurts. I don't know how much more of this I can take.
Was it the Judd Nelson effect or just the overall Tales from the Crypt effect?
I don't know if I can differentiate the two with this one. I think if anything, Judd Nelson was probably the highlight of the episode
Wow.
He was
for me.
for sure.
The rest was just fucking necessary fluff, I guess. I don't know.
Judd Nelson, his 8-ball, and his friends that hold the 8-ball while he's acting were the only ones that showed up on the set to actually work.
Judd Nelson and his posse, his homeless posse.
His entourage,
Yeah.
which consisted mostly like unemployed mimes. I don't know.
All of his friends huff things out of bags on street
Yeah.
corners. That's who he hangs out with. And not the
Yep.
character. That's Judd Nelson. It was a long time ago when he was a huge star.
Well, I wouldn't even say that.
He just fell slowly. The apple fell slowly from the tree.
I like him in Airheads.
I feel for the guy. I mean, I really do, because you can tell he's actually trying in this episode. Like he's trying to work as an actor. He's not trying to be the best. He's just trying to work, and nobody else is giving him any fucking help. He has nobody to play off of. Nobody's doing any type of real acting. They're just doing this over the top bullshit that, oh, man, I can't.
Well,
This
I-
one- Go ahead.
Well, I was saying, the melodrama effect of Tales from the Crypt, I think, is the problem. When you're dealing with EC comics from the 50s, it's like, how else do you read it? Like, it's just that's it. That's how you're going to do it. You're not going to be nuanced about it. And this is the fucking early 90s where nuance wasn't even a fucking word.
Sure. I mean, I feel like there's a better way to do it than what some of these actors are putting forth, right? Like, it's just so unbelievable and like forced with some of them, especially Chris Reeves in this episode. Like,
Chris, are you friends with him?
listen, I don't feel like he deserves his full name. Okay,
Me
Fuck
and Chris, we put a lot of backs on mattresses. Just saying.
we're gonna call him C. Reeves, and C does not stand for Chris anymore.
So distinguished when you say it like that, though.
Reeves.
I got a wicked case of C. Reeves.
Yeah,
Tonight on SNL, C. Reeves.
C. Reeves. Ironically, it sounds like a horse. Sea breeze.
somebody else talk. I got nothing else.
Okay. I would say, what's his name? Judd acts like Bender in Breakfast Club when he's being serious, and he kind of like he doesn't really have an emotional level like in those serious scenes. He obviously screams and stuff and acts like a lunatic, but when he's serious, he looks just like in this episode, and he's kind of like it looks like he's a sociopath.
Mm-hmm.
And he does a lot of that in this episode, but it works nice.
It's playing to his character.
Exactly. So I was like, oh, it's really blank, but I'm like, oh, it's working though. And then I watched Christopher Reeves trying way too hard, and you can tell he didn't have enough time to prepare for any of this because he's like, come on, like, what are you doing?
It's like
And he kept doing this.
it's like Christopher Reeves was like, oh man, let me pull out my Chris Farley overacting and see what happens.
To see what happens.
Wrong Chris, bud. Wrong Chris.
That's what pisses me off about this show, though, right, guys? It's like we have all of these actors that we know from wonderful movies from way back when, and they show up on this show and they leave all of that behind them.
Here's the thing. It's 1992. This is a cable TV show. This isn't 2018 cable TV show where they're all esteemed. This was the time of Dream On, awful HBO shows like Dream On. What else was there?
First and 10.
First and 10, Do It Again.
Arliss.
Arliss. I mean, we're talking bottom of the barrel before The Sopranos changed everything.
Mm.
And I think that's the problem that we're facing. And that's why I'm going to commit suicide tonight.
They had a lowered scale. It's like you need to get down to our level. This is nothing TV, guys. You don't have to really do anything. Just show up, read your lines, and GTFO.
Yeah.
And I wonder how much they got paid.
That'd be interesting to find out.
They probably
Yeah.
got paid in steak dinner.
They ate meatloaf.
Yeah.
They really did.
Pretty sure Judd Nelson got paid in aerosol products.
That he huffed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you have to supply the bag, Judd. I can do that. I can do that. It's cool.
Papa's got a brand new bag.
I got
I'll empty out my needle bag. It's fine.
Oh. But let's talk about Bess Armstrong.
Oh, what the fuck happened in the beginning of this episode? It immediately starts off. He's like chopping onions. They run just a squid restaurant, which is a terrible fucking idea in the middle of
Yeah.
this like podunk Boston suburban neighborhood.
That's what we call a bad joke.
And then she walks up to him with a hatchet. And he's like talking about something, and she like goes to hit him with the hatchet, and he's like, "You're gonna ruin the blade. Don't do that." And she puts the hatchet down.
That's
End of
comedy.
joke.
Yeah.
I think what was trying to be said was that she's mad at him because of their failing restaurant and she was ready to kill him.
And that was
But-
literally gonna kill him, though.
Yeah, apparently.
She's fucking brutal.
Yeah.
A hatchet, too, man. Fuck.
Well, she did fight Jaws 3D.
That's true.
Oh,
She was in that.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing that up. I really didn't need to think about that right now.
Louis Gossett Jr. gets killed by a
By a
shark.
screensaver. He gets
Is that
killed
what
by a
happened? Yeah, that's
He
right.
got killed by a screensaver. Yeah.
That's the best part of that movie is when Jaws breaks through the glass.
Imagine dying to pixels.
Yeah,
It's
it
really
was
bad.
slightly more exciting than Shark Exorcist. We'll say that.
God, I wish I had a shark toy up here. I don't have one. I would just-
Where's your necklace, Adam?
Oh, it's over here somewhere. I'll have to
You have
look
your
for
jaws
it.
thing on your mic.
I usually do, but it makes a lot of
Going through your
noise.
pimpling drawer. There you go.
oh wow! Look at that.
Very sleepy.
Yeah, so right off the bat, after she does this, we introduce to the janitor, Judd Nelson, who's sweeping, and he says he has a good deal on meat. So this motherfucker's been planning this for a while. Who knows how many restaurants he's done this to? He's got a weird con going on where he goes and eats people and gets.
That's the thing. I think that's the crux. He's done this multiple times.
Yeah, he clearly has, because he's like, right at the bat, he's like, yeah, I know how to get meat. And they're like, shut the fuck up, Judd Nelson. Call Molly Ringwald with your fucking ideas. He's like, all right.
You should
Speaking of
never
meat-
take meat from Judd Nelson when he has eyes like this.
You should never
I know where I
take
can
meat
get some
from
good
anyone.
barbecued meat.
Let's bring it back. You should never just take meat from anyone. You don't know where that meat's coming from.
Don't know what that meat's
The
gonna be.
fuck? Who does that?
Meatloaf.
Yeah, especially meatloaf. Fucking bitch tits.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
I won't do that.
I had a heart attack on stage like 5 times.
I got the meat sweats, baby.
He's not my favorite fat singer to have a heart attack story that made me laugh. It was John
yeah,
Popper from Blues
yeah.
Brothers. We was talking about masturbating and have a heart attack, and he finished.
Oh man.
That was one of those great VH1 music
What
ones.
about the guy from Drowning Pool? That was a sad one. He was
I don't
That
know.
kind
was
of chunky.
just sad.
He was pretty chunky. Yeah.
Well, I can't think of any fat musicians.
He died 2 days after I saw him live. I'm like, no, he's not dead. I just fucking saw him 2 days ago. Like I said the generic thing that everybody fucking says. I'm like, I just
Wow.
saw him 2 days ago. Died.
Who's the guy that was a drug addict? Oh, Sean. Yeah, he's Chris something. He was with
Farley?
No, singer.
Chris
No.
Cornell?
No, not Chris Cornell. The other one. Oh shit. He used to come to the bar all the time. I can't remember his name, but he was like a famous singer. He just died not too long ago. But he was a fucking junkie. He was just a mess.
No idea.
I'm sorry. It won't come to me.
All right, so
Tales from the Crypt.
yeah.
LIW.
Unfortunately, we have to watch Christopher Reeves go back home where his wife is, and what the fuck happened in that? Because I heard a baby cry,
Could have been next door.
but there was
I
no
don't know.
baby.
I blacked out about that part.
And then they argue about money, and he tries to borrow money from his wife off her credit card, and she like turns him down like he's the junkie brother. Like, I can't keep doing this. And then
He proposes anal.
something about anal. And then they go back to the Anima restaurant. That's another joke that just didn't work. Why did the fluorescent light say enema?
I have no idea.
Because it's stupid.
It was. Why did the fluorescent light say enema?
I don't know. I don't know.
We're all like, oh, look, the lights say enema. And none of us laughed. Not a single one of us laughed.
Actually, we were just like, oh, it says enema.
Okay.
Oh, here's Meatloaf.
Who's okay? Look up Gilbert Adler. He wrote and directed this episode. I'm looking him up. What else has he done?
I'm on him right now.
He owes us
You got him?
something for the time that we wasted.
Yeah, look this guy up.
He produced, ironically, Superman Returns.
Let's go egg his house.
Oh. You know what?
produced-
If he
Nope.
produced Superman Returns, he got his, and he's
God,
already
listen to
got
this
his.
shit.
Brian
In
Singer
a row.
got him.
In a row, he produced 13 Ghosts,
Whoa!
Ghost Ship,
Oh!
Starsky and Hutch,
Oh.
Constantine,
Whoa!
Superman Returns, and Valkyrie. So there's your. He worked with him twice at least.
I bet you he's really good friends with the guy Alex Kurtzman. It sounds like some Alex Kurtzman type record there.
I got great news, guys. We're going to see this guy a few times in this show because he directed.
Fuck.
First of all, he did an episode of Freddy's Nightmares first, but then he did this episode, and then next season he does Death of Some Salesman, and then in '96 he directed Bordello of Blood, the second Tales from the Crypt movie, and then he directed an episode of Perversions of Science. So we're gonna deal with this motherfucker 4 times. Can't wait.
Fuck.
I don't know if I'm going to make it that long.
He looks like Wes Craven.
Oh, so he's dead.
He looks like he would be.
Hello, I'm Gibble Abla. How are you? I did this episode. It is the greatest thing I've ever done. It's Christopher Reeve, and he is a cook, and he's squid. Get it? That's the joke.
You make Kevin Smith look like high art.
Yeah.
Oh God.
The why Squid Restaurant? Why Enema?
Because it's funny.
Why? None of it's funny.
No, you're wrong.
It's funny because it's weird. See, it's funny, weird, haha, weird, funny.
I want the sign to say enema because you get an enema when you're sick and you have stuff in your stomach. It makes you facacto. You know, it's disgusting. Enema, it's funny. That's a funny word. It's hilarious.
And nobody give Christopher Reeves the script until we do the shot. I want him to be figuring it out live on camera.
And make sure he has a Boston hat on to make sure that everybody knows this is in Boston.
Is Bernie Sanders directing this?
Yeah. Even though it's blaring New Orleans jazz inside this Boston neighborhood.
I love jazz music.
I had to turn it down. It was so loud.
Yeah. It sounds like the music they play when you go to like one of those theme parks, and they got like that one little old time New Orleans part of the theme park, and you're walking through there, and that music is just playing constantly because you're going to get on like some kind of an old timey train or something.
And there's a racist rabbit.
Yeah. Yeah, you know which theme park I'm talking about.
I would rather listen to the song from Beverly Hills Cop 3. Wonderful Wonder World.
Oh.
I listen to
Cameo George Lucas.
Also Judge Reinhold. We're talking about all the Judds and judges we know. And I did bring something up. And let me know, because Richard, you probably know this. What movie was it that Christopher Reeves did, which was really ironic because he played a guy who killed his wife and then claimed in court he was crippled, and then Joe Montana was the prosecutor, and he stabs him in the leg, and Christopher Reeves just sits there cold face, and that's how it ends. Spoiler, that movie. It's like Under Suspicion or something.
That sounds rough, man. Holy
like
shit!
So when he actually crippled himself on the horse, I was like, I don't believe him, because I saw that movie already. I was like, I've been down this path with Christopher Reeve.
That is definitely life imitating art. Holy shit.
Fucked up. What was that movie called? Oh, God. It's going to drive me crazy.
I think I don't remember. I couldn't tell you, but I think it sounds familiar.
Above Suspicion. It wasn't Under Suspicion. It's Above.
Above Suspicion?
Yeah.
There's a lot of suspicion movies.
Woof.
Tim Cattrall's in it. All right. What do you
I'm
mean?
suspicious if I have any brain cells left after this.
We don't need to go in order. Fuck it. They kill Meatloaf. He stabs Meatloaf at first, and then we find out off screen when Judd Nelson's hanging out with his fucking paint huffer friends that he's gonna call the cops. That Meatloaf's screaming he's gonna call the cops, and then the next day Judd Nelson's like, I got all this meat. And then they're all serving these steaks up, and everyone's getting obsessed with it. And then suddenly, everyone's in a fucking rush. Some old lady smells it from the alleyway, and I was convinced it was just Meatloaf's sweat. That was just an aroma.
She's like fucking part coyote.
It's the meat sweats.
Yeah, in a different way, a much grosser way. Can you imagine eating meatloaf? Not the food, the person. That's disgusting.
I think both of them are just.
I think that's another one of those dumb jokes where, like, I know, we'll get that guy Meatloaf to be in the show about cannibals.
Yeah.
Get it? Meatloaf. It's funny.
I called meat.
I mean, this show did have 10 puns in the intro and the outro, so.
I love puns. What can I say? I'm Gilbert Adler. How are you?
I slum in the Catskills.
It's fantastic.
At least for once, the intro and outro for the episode with the Crypt Keeper felt like it was connected to the storyline. We haven't had that in a while. Because it's the Crypt Keeper doing a corkscrew into a guy's eyeball, pulls it out, puts it in a little martini glass, and at the end, he's got the tap in his head, and he does it, and he pours out a little bit of something. I don't know what the brain goo.
Brain goo.
It's whatever he's drinking. So at least it tied in. It wasn't the NASA thing. Remember that one?
Draining his knowledge. Yeah.
Were you guys on for the NASA one?
We were trying to figure out what the fuck does this have to do with the episode that we just watched, and we just came to the conclusion that they just filmed it and threw in a different episode. Like, whatever, they don't care.
They're all high as shit. They don't know what's happening.
That would be
It's
the only-
cable. Fuck it.
We can do whatever we want. Fuck it. Enema. This is enema.
This is funny. Get it? Enema.
They find out. Christopher Reeves goes back in the freezer and with Judd Nelson, which is never good to be alone with Judd Nelson.
Especially
Why is Judd Nelson always getting people into tight situations?
I don't know.
anal.
Why is he dressed like an Amish person in this whole episode?
I think it's like a waiter outfit, but yeah, I hear
It
you.
is not.
I've never seen a waiter wear suspenders.
I'm thinking that when they filmed this, they raided the wardrobe at whatever fucking studio they were filming this at, and that's literally all the fuck they could come up with.
No, I think what really happened is Judd Nelson walked in off the street wearing whatever the fuck he had with him because he's broke as fuck and he didn't have any money to buy clothes.
All he had left was a costume from when he used to be in plays.
Yeah.
He's like, I brought my friends. They're gonna be.
Hey guys, I was just in a production of Fiddler on the Roof, so here I am. Let's figure this thing out.
I directed that. It was wonderful. It was fantastic.
So many enema jokes.
Judd Nelson was a wonderful debut.
And then he finds out Meatloaf's in there, and we get to see Meatloaf. It's not really him, obviously, but we see a fully nude man.
How do we know that's not
Meatloaf's
Meatloaf?
ass is torn wide open.
That's how I would think Meatloaf would be on a normal Tuesday.
Well, it's a rump roast, but it's meatloaf. Get it?
I'm hanging on meat hooks here in the freezer.
You know what I did love is how Judd Nelson casually cuts his ass up, puts it on a and like makes a couple steaks out of it.
It's a perfect slice of fucking steak too, just like
He's
perfectly
good
marbled.
at what he does.
He is.
with a
He's
fucking
good.
meat cleaver, no less.
Yes.
He's a janitor, and he can cut the perfect steak out of a man's ass.
With a
You gotta
meat
get-
cleaver.
You got to get them rump cuts. That's where all the the marbling from the fat is.
Yeah.
It's a good point. This is very true.
I just like the fact that he can do that as a janitor. That's like I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Do you think he's killing those homeless guys on the side to practice for this?
Oh yeah, like we said, he's done this before. This is his whole thing. Like he goes to broken down restaurants that are trying to sell squid on sticks, and he goes, "I got an idea for meat processing. You guys want some meat? I got some meat."
Vegetarian restaurant, please stop pitching us meat.
Yes, that's why he moved to Boston.
Yeah, no vegetarians there. They're not allowed to be.
No, he was in California for 20 years, and they were all vegan restaurants.
They serve them up. Everyone goes fucking crazy for the meat. It's like there's human flesh and crack cocaine inside of this guy. I have no idea. Was the guy a fucking drug mule and they're just cutting into that? That's why everyone's so addicted to him.
It's fucking meatloaf, bro.
Meatloaf did all the drugs, and then the people ate the drugs that he did.
Yeah.
No, see the bitch tits made him full of hormones and shit, so like
Oh.
the flavor is accentuated.
Uh-huh.
I see.
Like a bat out of hell.
This was pre non-GMO 1992, so
Those steroids are pure.
So I guess the rest of the episode is just them fucking each other over and blah blah blah. But let's go through this. What do we think about the episode? What do you guys want to rate this? Because I don't know how long we want to talk about this shit. Show.
8.4.
I've been given my thoughts about
It has an 8.4 on IMDb.
my rating system is flawed. I'm gonna see it from Phoenix's point of view. I will give this one a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
I think it had effort. It was a different storyline than we've seen before. The acting was subpar. The writing was mediocre. So 6 out of 10.
I'll go next. I completely agree. It's 5 is where I start to hate it. I didn't hate this episode. I just thought it was badly acted. It had the story moved along at a decent enough pace. The ending where Judd Nelson tries to trick the wife into thinking Christopher Reeve's going to kill himself with a gun because he's been killing people. And then the whole trick is that he knows, her husband knows that the gun is empty. And then they cook up Judd Nelson with a cop involved. Everyone's in on it. And that's kind of what I was hoping for. I said that in the episode. I'm like, I wish everyone was in on this and just want to eat humans. They don't really care. And that's what happened. So I got what I wanted. But it wasn't like above 6 because there's nothing I loved. It was just okay, which is just what I call a 6. One of you guys want to go? Is Richard frozen?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go. I was complaining earlier that with Tales from the Crypt, we never get any signs of mediocrity. Like everything's either the worst thing we've ever seen, or like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is actually good. I think this is my first mediocre episode. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. So for that, I'm giving it a 5. It didn't give me enough entertainment to where I'm going to remember it 2 hours from now.
Yeah.
So 5 for me.
Well, I'm going to raise all the averages because I will give it a 10 out of 12. Now, I don't know. It was fine. Like, I remember watching it and being like, yeah, it's fine. So, yeah, it's about a 6.
I remember this one.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't remember
fine.
how it went, but I remember watching it. Speaking of, I know we all talked about this before, like our earliest memories of the show.
Mm.
One of mine was the guy with the razor blades on the wall, like 2 walls of razor blades, and the dog chases him in. Turns out that's from the first movie from 1972. So
that's the one we always remember fondly is the fucking movie. It was always way better than the TV show.
Yeah. It's very 70s, but I remember that like distinctly as a child. Turns out it wasn't even an episode, but I do remember watching this one. Unfortunately, I had to watch it again as an adult.
That's the fucked up thing. I don't remember a lot of the episodes. I remember watching them, but I didn't retain any of it. Didn't leave any impact on me. You know, like I don't remember these until we watch them. It's like, oh.
And then it all makes sense.
That's why I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Like you watch the Twilight Zone, those old episodes, you remember a lot of them because they left some kind of an impact on you. This show was not going for that. This was just going for, here's some stuff, watch it, consume, repeat, you know?
Yeah.
I think I like the movie more.
Oh, yeah.
Meaning Demon Knight.
Yeah.
I like Demon Knight.
Demon Knight had that baller soundtrack too, though. So.
Yeah.
You know what's amazing is after the first 2 movies, not the first 2, but after the series with the Crypt Keeper, like this puppet that we all know. There's 2 movies, and then they did one where it's like a voodoo Caribbean thing called Ritual, where it's like Tales from the Crypt Presents, and they edited him in afterward.
Oh,
it's so weird. It's terrible, but
is he in
really?
a spacesuit?
Voodoo again? The only thing it needed was some paintings.
Was Whoopi Goldberg in it?
No. I do want to give
Dreadmon
one more star for not having a fucking painting episode, but I'll hold off. I'll hold off on that.
6 is good.
6 is good.
If we can get through 2 episodes without a painting, then we'll give it an extra star.
All right, you guys convinced me. I'll change my rating to 6 just because there was no fucking painting and there was no voodoo bullshit this time.
There you go.
All right, 6 it is. I'm convinced.
Like I said, 5 is where I start to go, fuck this.
Okay.
6 is, it's average. It's a D. It's a D minus. D.
Yeah, you passed. You get a pass, but fuck.
It is not a fucking 8.4. That's for sure.
No, people are out of their goddamn minds.
Yeah, that's odd.
Unless you were just really excited that it had Meatloaf and Christopher Reeve and Judd Nelson in the same episode. But as we've seen from past episodes, having lots of actors in the episode means fuck all for this show.
I think a bunch of cannibals just got together and spammed IMDb.
I think so too.
No, it was Judd Nelson.
Judd Nelson's getting huge
It's like-
network.
It's like
Bunch of
making alt
anti-vegans.
accounts.
Yeah.
You got the
It's
whole
making
club.
alt accounts and botting IMDb.
I was gonna show you guys something, but it won't load. But what I found was it's every time I click on the file, it freezes. So I'm just gonna stop. What I found was there's a Tales from the Crypt game show.
Oh yeah.
And I showed Jansen this. It's called Secrets of the Crypt Keeper's Haunted House from 1996. And it doesn't have an end date, so that shit could still be going for all I know. I did find 2 episodes on YouTube, so eventually we will watch those. But you're walking. It's a game show with children walking, and they're like the sloths. It's like Legends of the Hidden Temple type of game, where they're competing for the Crypt Keeper's secrets. I guess I don't know.
Do you just thrive on our misery, or
I do.
I told you guys all this from the first time I got on this show. Phoenix is a masochist. and
He's
he
a
looks for
fucking sadist.
any
is what he is.
situation to just feel pain and love it.
This whole time when you guys are suffering and like, oh, I'm squeezing my nuts and twisting them.
Just like Judd Nelson.
over there fucking torquing himself.
And the only thing that makes it better is to watch other people in as much
Yeah.
pain as he is. Like, oh, they're hating it too. Fucking twist
that,
it.
Jansen?
If I
You're
could twist
bored?
all their nuts at the same time, I'd do it.
Tell me you're bored again. Tell me you want to kill yourself again, Dick.
Tell him you love Christopher Reeve's acting.
I thought I was being a dick at the beginning when I started complaining about Christopher Reeves, but then you guys got on board, and I was like, okay, good. I don't have to feel like such a dick.
He's fucking dead. He's not going to come back and sue you for libels.
What?
Not
Dick?
even his wife.
Yeah, no.
She's dead too.
Yep.
Kind of
You're,
sad.
We're safe.
Sad.
We can
Yeah,
talk
we're
all
all
the
right.
shit we want.
So I think he
You
has
know
a
what?
son.
You know
Feel
what?
bad
I'll
for
go
what
out there and
happened.
say it. Okay, fuck that guy. All right.
I said it in the book. I
Yeah.
put it in a book like 10 years ago. I'm like, you ride a fucking horse, you have a risk. He deserves that shit.
It was Superman. The curse of Superman is alive and real. Don't ever forget that.
This one didn't get shot though.
Well, it's just as fucking bad.
What's worse, kryptonite or falling 4 feet off a horse?
Jesus Christ.
You fell 4 feet off a horse onto kryptonite.
Meaning terra firma, just fucking basic Earth.
It cracked your spinal column. Jesus Christ. Remember that commercial, that Super Bowl commercial where he walked?
I remember, yeah. I
It was
didn't know-
kind of awkward because it was his floating head on another man's body. And it was
Oh,
like
no,
really
I don't.
CG. Yeah, no, it was really awkward. And it was just like, okay, guys, let's not do that.
It was directed by James Cameron.
No, it's
Oh.
directed by Gilbert Adler.
My greatest picture.
It was fantastic. I put Chris's head.
What the fuck was he advertising? The new iPhone?
It was something like that. It was about like innovation.
Wasn't
And
it cells?
No, it was. I want to say it was a Super Bowl commercial. I know that. And he's like,
Microsoft, we're changing the world. Microsoft.
it might have been. It might have been. I
IBM.
know, and I think it was directed by Ridley Scott
Oh, that says a lot.
because he'll do every commercial.
Because
Really-
Watching it right
you know,
now.
an alien. That's how he got the walk.
Back when Ridley Scott did movies, or current Ridley Scott, where all he does is say, "I hate God. I hate God. I hate God. God is not real."
He doesn't say that. He says, "I don't care." He says, "You changed the whole idea of aliens." So, like he's so.
I wanted to talk about
Oh.
how much I hate God.
It was for Nuveen Investments Company.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that a stem cell research company?
I have no idea.
Look
Let
it
me
up.
find out. It's,
Yeah.
Their logo is the infinity symbol.
I just remember him in South Park when he's eating the stem cell baby. Like they're slurping him up.
Oh no.
Uh,
I think I want to bring like dead actors back into movies, like modern movies. I think Christopher Reeve would have been a good Thanos.
It's they do wealth management and financial planning for nonprofit institutions and universities.
What do they do?
Boring.
What do they do?
Drugs.
It's a hedge fund.
You told me what they do, and I have more questions about what they do now.
I know.
That's
I'm
when
just
you know
gonna
it's
They
stop
get
drugs.
more
talking.
aerosol products for homeless people.
It's drugs.
Drugs. Yeah.
Drugs.
Drugs and anal.
Judd Nelson's huge into that company. Then, not
Your spokesperson?
They're worth $970 billion. So
That's pretty
Oh.
good.
all right. Did
He
they get
also
the
makes
Superman
a good
estate?
damn
I guess
rump
I
roast.
guess that commercial paid off. Not for Christopher Reeves, but
Is that Christian Bale's company from The Big Short?
Oh God.
I don't know why I brought that up. It was on the other day. I'm playing the drums because I'm so upset about stuff.
I have a confession about that movie. That movie made me progressively feel stupider as it went on. Like the harder they tried to over explain things to me, it made me more retarded.
Awkward. It was just so I hated when they had that suicide guy. What's his name? The cook who killed himself.
Dude,
Bourdain.
by the time that movie was over, I was eating glue and paste. And
But they gave you Margot Robbie in a bathtub explaining how.
Don't watch Cheney. Don't watch Cheney. It's horrible. Or Vice. I'm sorry. That
is
movie
that the
sucked.
same fucking director?
Yep.
Wait,
And
you
he
didn't-
sucks. He
I might be in the
sucks.
wrong room. I liked both movies.
I
I don't. I like the Big Short. I like Big Short. I don't like
Big Short, and I like Cheney.
I hated
I didn't-
Vice.
But I like Cheney more for Sam Rockwell than anything else.
No, he was great.
I love Sam Rockwell.
Sam
The
Rockwell's good.
performances wasn't what I had the problem with, Jansen. It was just that they were trying to explain what the fuck was going on so much that it made me feel stupider. Like
I
it
got
just
you.
it had a reverse effect on me. It was
See,
like
I
making my brain cells melt. Yeah.
I absorb information well that way, so maybe that's why I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it had a reverse effect on me. I probably would have understood that movie more had they not tried so hard to explain it to me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like they kept breaking the fourth wall. They're like, "Well, here's Margot Robbie in a bathtub to explain you what the
Yeah.
fuck this movie's about."
And Margot Robbie, can she go away now because she's
Yes.
failed?
Yeah,
Is it Roby or Robbie?
Who gives a shit? She's a failure.
Listen,
Robbie's more fun to say.
Robbie.
Margot Robbie. Am I right, guys?
Margot
Loser.
Robbie.
I hate that bitch. Did you watch her movie? Like she tried to be a superstar producer, and she made that fucking ice skater movie, I Tanya.
I, Tanya? No.
Did you see that?
Pete, we have no idea what's happening here. No,
we
I
gave
did not
up.
see that movie because it's about ice skating, but I hear it's good. I have no idea. Wasn't she up for an Oscar?
Yes, for I Tanya.
Yeah,
She paid for that. Like she's awful.
but she shows her vagina in Wolf of Wall Street.
That's it. One time and it's over. We're not gonna be friends, are we?
She would only show her vagina for
Scorsese.
Scorsese. I would too. I would show Scorsese my vagina for
I
sure.
was gonna
I've
say,
done
I
it
think
twice,
anybody
too.
would do that.
Yeah.
I would grow a vagina for Scorsese.
Yeah, that's true.
It's in your contract.
It is.
Gotta get that Christopher Reeves Foundation, get some stem cells, maybe you can grow one.
Out of your ear.
Growing vaginas and green M&Ms.
Oh man.
That's very Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah. It's funny, see, because it's weird. Funny. Oh, fuck.
I feel like I should get one of those Tales from the
Oh.
Crypt comics and read them to you, just so you understand the dialogue.
I went to go down to buy some, but then they closed everything again, so I can't.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah.
All right. Fuck. Here,
Oh,
how are we gonna
Christ.
We're gonna do some ball handling here.
Can we take like a hiatus for like 6 weeks before we?
We just did. That's the fucked up part. We just took a 6-week hiatus from this
This
show.
is us coming back.
Yeah, this is us coming back, and it
I know,
it still
but I need
hurts.
another
Yeah.
hiatus.
I bought a new
G49.
computer for this.
Etapakuyan's place to be reviews says Martin Short is greater than Martin Scorsese.
You're an idiot.
Well, I got good news.
Oh, shots fired by Dick Dick.
Yeah, no,
Pete-
I'll
Pete's a good friend of mine. Yeah, he's a friend of ours.
It's fine. It's fine. That's a joke. I get it.
Oh, he can take it. Trust me.
It's
He's-
fine. No.
He used to be a
Good
pro
news, guys.
wrestler. He can take insults. Okay.
So I did the drawing. I have good news, guys. Next time, we don't have to watch a Tales from the Crypt episode.
Wow.
We're gonna watch a Tales from the Crypt Keeper 108 Hide and Go Shriek. It's a cartoon.
Fuck you.
Oh,
It's a
no.
cartoon. No, the cartoons are better.
Are
Oh,
they?
are they?
I've watched them. They're cartoons.
It's not true.
We'll see, I guess.
It's not true.
Did you watch one yet?
That's
Adam?
impossible.
Yes.
To answer your question.
The cartoons, it has a what did I say 16% chance of me landing on it, and I've landed on like 6 now.
Wow.
It's fucking insane.
Go buy a lotto ticket.
It's mathematically impossible for me to have landed on these.
You have the Drake equation, like
I thought we weren't watching
Issue.
them together. Oh, were you just doing them on your own for a while?
I was in on my own for a while.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then he decided he wanted to watch us suffer because it's
Yeah,
more
he's a masochist.
more erotic
I
for him
remember
to do
now.
so.
that was when
Yeah.
I was 5 weeks ahead on their show. Now I'm not.
Mhm.
And I want to watch you guys. No, I honestly don't think it's suffer as much. This is
Tell
not
us
as
the
bad
truth.
as the normal episode.
Yeah, but I still have to watch Twilight Zone. So,
You have to watch 2 terrible Twilight Zones.
good lord.
I'm so glad CBS Access didn't work out for me.
Didn't work out for me either.
They
I
would
did
not
my
let me
7-day
play it.
trial, watched the
Yeah.
entirety of Twilight Zone, and canceled that bitch.
They wouldn't even give me that. I don't know what the hell. I tried on my PS4 here and just did not connect at all.
Try on your computer now.
Listen, Dick, you couldn't download Google Chrome today, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
This is true. This is true.
PlayStation's fault.
I was
Okay.
going to say that too.
But I didn't get to watch it, so I'll take it.
Oh man.
No,
I'll use my Luddites.
Season 2 is better than season 1 for Twilight.
Is
Zone.
it? Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's an improvement. It's not enough. It's not worth subscribing to CBS All Access, but they're at least trying. It's a step in the right direction. It's enough to give you hope.
I would not recommend joining us next week.
And then
though, because we're watching-
tear it all away and crush your soul.
That's just it. Like 1 week will be like, yeah, we can still write, but we want to give you this shit. No.
You know what I just thought of? There's an episode down the line here that I really, really enjoyed for Twilight Zone.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Is it directed by Gilbert Adler?
It could be.
Does it have anal?
I shall buy that.
No.
Gilbert Adler here. I love the Twilight Zone. Rod Serling was a great friend of mine.
By the way,
Thanks,
we all
Johnny.
agree that we love the model, the opening model for Tales from the Crypt. And Dick, this is for you.
You bunch of losers! You're working with a professional here! Nice fucking model!
I haven't seen that movie in so long.
I just watched that like 2
It's
months
still
ago.
good. It's still good.
It's
It's back
classic.
when we could tolerate Tim Burton. We actually liked Tim Burton for a long time. And then we realized that he was really out of jokes.
I
Well,
call
hey-
it Tim Burton and Bim Turton.
What was the last movie you remember Tim Burton put out that was good?
Big Fish.
I like.
Big
Didn't he do
Fish.
Sweeney Todd?
He just
That was that before Big Fish? Yeah.
Did you
No.
see Big Eyes?
no.
Big Eyes is good.
Is it? It
Big
looks
Eyes
bad.
is really good.
I like
because-
Christoph Waltz. I like him a lot.
Well, it's written by the guys that wrote Ed Wood.
Oh, really?
And so and Larry Flint, those guys.
And
They wrote that script.
what's that new movie they did?
Oh, Dolomite.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking
Dolomite?
great.
Dolomite's
Dolomite was
wonderful.
great.
Okay.
Those are my two favorite writers in Hollywood, probably.
Maybe
They're
I'll check
great.
it out because I didn't.
No, it's good.
I
Yeah,
love that.
Dolomite
Big
is
Eyes
my
good.
name is really good. I
Yeah.
can't recommend that
Edward's
enough.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Ed Wood was really great. It was a lot better than I thought it would be. And Martin Landau, holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's Tim Burton's
Yeah,
masterpiece.
Yes.
Is Ed Wood.
It's a soul masterpiece.
Yeah,
he has other
that's it.
good movies, but Jansen's right. Sweeney Todd, I liked. I didn't love it, but I liked it.
I
Yeah.
think Big Fish was the last really good Tim Burton movie that came out. At least I
Danny
think
DeVito.
so.
I didn't mind the Mrs. Pettigreen's Peculiar Children movie.
Oh, I didn't see that because I'm an adult.
It wasn't bad. It was on HBO. I watched it. It's fine. It's serviceable, but I'm an Eva Green guy, so
I mean,
I'll
it
watch
was-
her in anything.
It wasn't bad, as in it was a better alternative to termites on my scrotum. But
I'll watch
Well,
her in
yeah.
Sin City too. That's about
Yes,
it.
yes.
Is Ed Wood on my list?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, you'll like that one. I think that's on Netflix.
Oh, Edward's
Yeah.
great.
Edward's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's my top 10 for sure.
I like movies about real people.
even though it's not realistic,
No,
it's
because the real Edward would make you like weep
way sadder.
because it's so sad. When have you seen that documentary about him when they showed the movies that he was in the 70s, like those monster nudie movies?
Oh, he's in like flat out.
Oh, he's
that the movie he did
Oh.
was considered porn, but you watch it
Yeah.
like this is boring as fuck. But that
it's
was
just-
porn.
It was so sad though, because he's like, you can tell he has the shakes from drinking, and he's overweight, and he looks like he's
His
dying.
hair's like sweat sweat stuck to his forehead, and he's
It's going to be Johnny Depp in literally 2 years.
Yeah.
not far off.
He's
Well, that
he's
was
heading-
sweater with scarves hanging off though.
So somebody needs to put Johnny Depp on suicide watch for sure.
Oh shit!
You know what my
Fuck
favorite
yeah.
part about this podcast is right now is that we're not talking about Tales from the Crypt anymore.
That's gonna be fun. If Johnny Depp
You're
walks
welcome.
past- if he walks past an oscillating fan, he's dead.
Oh god.
Go up behind one, and suck it in like a jet engine.
Come
Just
out
like-
looking like meatloaf on the other side.
Actually, I would think that Johnny Depp would go out exactly like he did in A Nightmare on Elm Street. He's just laying in bed watching TV on the fucking bed, and it just gets sucked into the fucking mattress and never comes back out again.
Amber Heard did it.
Amber Heard's in the mattress. pulls
She's
him down.
she's did it. Yeah.
She sewed herself into his Serta mattress. And,
I'm a lesbian.
oh God! So Tales from the Crypt.
Yes. What's cooking?
You know,
Gilbert Adler.
The reason I brought up the show, we'll end on this because we're done, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
The reason I brought up the game show, and we're doing a cartoon, is why the fuck was ABC trying to pitch this HBO show aimed toward adults with swearing and nudity and murder? Why were they so dead set on aiming this show at children on ABC for cartoons and game shows and toys and advertisements? Why the fuck was that their
Phoenix,
avenue?
Clerks, and RoboCop also had children's cartoons. There's no rhyme or reason to that shit.
Money.
Not only that, but
Those
like
are.
you could get away
The
with
Toxic
that shit back
Avenger
then.
had a fucking children's cartoon.
And a toy line.
But like
Yeah, toy
you
line.
actually got away with stuff like this back then. Like if anybody tried to point anything like this towards kids nowadays, they fucking get shot
Like,
down.
If you were a
Green
child in the
Inferno.
late 80s and early 90s, your childhood was awesome.
I
Yeah.
want to see the Green Inferno cartoon series and toy line.
Eli Roth's Green Inferno's toy line.
Cannibal Holocaust from Disney.
I don't think I'll ever watch that movie. I just can't do it.
Don't,
Or the
dude,
toy
dude,
where you
it's-
squeeze the stomach and the eye pops out. It's great.
I just know there's lots of farting in it and diarrhea.
Oh, and Green Inferno. I haven't seen
Yeah.
that one. I don't tend to watch it because I saw Cannibal Holocaust only because it was on Joe Bob Briggs and I love that guy. And I'm like, all right, fine, I'll suffer through this just to say I watched it. And
It's not worth watching.
no desire to watch it again. No,
No, I haven't seen Green Inferno either, and I don't need to.
no. I've been
Shit.
told that I don't need to. And really,
Yeah.
cannibal movies are not my jam, anyways. Which is
No.
ironic because this was a cannibal episode.
What's
of Tales from the
cooking?
Crypt. What's cooking? Fucking meatloaf. They cooked meatloaf, and it still sucked.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here, guys. We talked about what's cooking, kind of. It's all right. It's all right. It's middle of the road. It's the most
meh.
average thing I've ever seen.
The answer was a mediocre pile of shit was what was cooking.
So the answer is meatloaf.
Yeah,
So,
that too.
And 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
it's got 4 out of 4 for a 6 rating. That's not too bad.
There you go.
Adam, you want to do your plugs?
Follow me on Twitter. There's a great bracket challenge type B movie battle poll thingy going on. That's really cool.
That happened weeks ago. If you're listening to this,
Yes, weeks ago. If you listen to this, check me out on RaidersOfLostFlicks.com is where my links to all my social media stuff is, and follow me on Twitter at Raiders_OTLF.
you guys have any plugs down there? I know Jansen,
Mother.
you're excited to plug.
Nope.
Red
Not
Dragon
plugging
Radio.
it today.
Oh, okay.
We can't do Red Dragon's Radio because his Tales from the Crypt shit ain't on there, right?
That's true. We can do it. Just you
Okay,
know.
yeah, Red Dragon's Radio for Frank.
Yeah, Frank's not here, but Dick, anything?
We'll still sell his T-shirt though.
What's the fucking point?
LAWstudios.com, Twitter, LAWTFTC review. I had to abbreviate it. B Movie Battle on Twitter. And let's go ahead and pitch our other show. Tuesday nights, 10 o'clock Eastern, we do 2 Twilight Zones. We're working our way through the 2020 season of the new show. And combined with this, we want to slit our wrists every fucking week. But
Yeah,
Guys,
it's shaping
gotta
up
get
just
better.
to be. It's shaping up just to be like 2020 is already. We all want to die, and you know,
2020 and
fucking
watching
sucks.
bad shows too.
it makes you not want to stay inside because you have to watch Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I'm really starting to hate you right now.
You haven't even watched the bad ones yet.
Jansen,
know.
have you seen 8 yet?
No.
No, I am strictly watching them as we're going through them right now.
I'm going to reach out to you. You can reach out to me for emotional support once you finish
Okay.
watching that because you're
Will
going to
do.
want to complain about that, and I'll
You're on
listen
your
to
own.
you. Yeah.
And this week I might not know.
Dick, I recommend you watch them.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
4 episodes this season that are really good.
Yeah.
Subscribe to CBS All Access because they clearly don't deserve it.
And 4 out of 10. No.
It's fairly failing. All right, guys, let's get out of here. Until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Jansen Carlin.
I'm Adam Wilcox.
Dick Ticket.
Musical guest Dick Dickett.
So long, citizens.
Oh,
Foo Fighters.
Got him. I win.
Jansen.
I beat him to it.
Jansen.
Did you guys see what happened? Go ahead. You said, bud.
It's too late. You ruined it. Bye.
Did I steal your thunder?
Jansen. I just want to warn.